tee this one up. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? With the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Fights off the defender. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big proving game on both this ball.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wear off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action on them, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gun, right, and throw it, and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got his man quickly. The Hurricanes get enough for the 1st down. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And 3rd down. Great job by this offense. Move the chains. Give yourself a little fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone. Those guys make life easy on the field.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Power football with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. At the 35, he's got room. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. And try to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there. Forced the TFL.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Sends his first one of the day on the lane. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
What a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
He's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his man. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, and Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Smashes through. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's go out again.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Give to Brown. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle. He's got great burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is good. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this time.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
He's got such good awareness. He does a good job of feeling the rush. I know it's a pass. Not rushing your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
Got room at the 35. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back in this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Keep the ball moving.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
You've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll haul it over the end zone.
This is a running back who is versatile. His catching ability really helps this offense out perfectly down the field. And you saw it on that play on the field. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him making go into the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The give out of the gun. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That last completion sets him up on second down. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's there to make the stop.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. They're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to.
Looking deep down the right side. Fires and picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Griffin. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the inside.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Harmon. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. He's looking to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Brown. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Just another day in the offense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And back to the air on second down. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his man. It's Jennings. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Snagged on the outside is Payne.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
They're working that left side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man, they convert. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down mark. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Waning seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Fair catch called for and made. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now what you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Connor? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Handoff to the single running back. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And that one will give them the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Handoff from the gun. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Arkansas! And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. You put a good drive together. This is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Makes the grab. It's Payne. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
control here in week 9.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Air Force is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 14 to Utah State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Working on the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fail.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback on the keeper. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Razorbacks are on the move. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the tackle.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds. I cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play.
Breaks the tackle. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give is to Williams. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the stomping has commenced. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drop. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And now in the most bizarre of spots, here comes the field goal kicker. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Could we get the trainers over to the coach right now? He's got his punt team out there, and it's not 4th down. Get the football! Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it